Look, everyone's talking about how to create faster with AI, but very few are actually asking the more important question, in my opinion: how do I turn AI into a system that pays me? Because AI is not just about the tools. Good for you if you can use them, but it's more importantly about outcomes. It's about scalability, and it's about leverage. Not side hustles that drain your time, but systems that compound. I mean, we are stepping into a new era where value does not come from how many hours you grind. It comes from how well you design income systems around your thinking. And what I mean is systems that are automated, leveraged, and powered by AI. Systems that let you scale without employees, without permission, and without burning out. But there's a catch. The future will not reward those who just know how to use AI. I've talked about this in my community a lot with the members there. It will reward people who know how to turn AI into outcomes. So in this video, I'm giving you 10 scale-up vehicles that AI makes frictionless if you know how to use it right. Each one is outcome-based, is creative-friendly, it is solopreneur-approved, and built for now, not someday. So let's get into it. All right, so this first one is related to music creation. Basically, you create once and you license it forever. Because AI music does not sound robotic anymore. Newsflash. It sounds really good. The AI music industry is exploding. It is expected to hit $3 billion by 2030 with an annual compound growth rate of 30%. That's insane. And there are creators and brands that are hungry for affordable custom tracks for content, games, ads. And there are platforms like Hive, like Soundro, like Soundful, like Sumo that make this accessible. I mean, we have created music in our agency for a kids channel that we work with, and that video hit 2.8 million views in just a couple months. I mean, we did it to prove that this is real and monetizable, but also because we really needed a track that we couldn't find anywhere. And we didn't need to hire a composer. We did not open a DAO. We just used generative tools free of charge, fine-tuned the vibe, and then let the distribution do the work. Because that's what people don't get. AI is not just about writing content or coding apps. It's about building creative assets at scale, and sound is one of the most underpriced. Now, as I said, you can use tools like Suno or Boomi or all of the ones that I've mentioned. You can create original tracks in minutes, and then you can license them on platforms like Artlist or Pond or create your own Notion storefront. You don't have to overcomplicate it. You just choose a niche, maybe lo-fi for creators or ambient for yoga teachers or playful beats for kids media. I don't know. You can generate a number of songs like 10, 20, and then you can package them and offer them as a royalty-free bundle or a niche subscription. Because the old world, musicians toured. They still do, obviously. But in the new world, creators license loops. Sound is one of the really, really interesting ways to leverage, especially when you own it. Okay, idea number 2. This is about content repurposing and having your own studio, because one idea can become an infinite reach. Most people don't have a content problem, in my opinion. They have a distribution problem. They post once, maybe twice, and then they move on, leaving 90% of the value on the table. But what if, just humor me, what if you take one long-form video, you use AI to slice it into 10 short clips, you pull 5 tweet or X threads, you design 3 carousels, and generate a full blog post and email sequence all before your morning coffee? Because that's what AI-powered repurposing studios do. I've talked about this in other videos, which we're going to link here, about the agent that we've built. So you can do that completely automatically through agents, or you can use several tools to do that for you independently. And this is right now really, really hot. This year, 30% of marketing content will be AI generated, and AI repurposing is one of the fastest growing use cases. I mean, there's brands like Nike, like DoorDash that are already using it to go from long form to shorts, from blogs to TikToks. But there is a way to do it smarter. As I said, you don't have to stop at AI. Your agent might handle the content generation and even automate the distribution, but that's only half of the story, because the difference between "that's cool" and "I really trust this brand" is emotional resonance. And that's where you have a chance to shine, because you can enhance the output with cinematic B-roll, with human-made footage, with sound design and motion graphics that elevate the experience, not just fill the space. And that is exactly what we do in our agency using Storyblocks, and we've been using them for over 6 years now. It's essentially our go-to source for high-quality visuals, music, transitions, all royalty-free and incredibly easy to use. So when a client needs a polished human-feeling video, then we use AI for the logic, but we use story blocks for the feeling. I hope you see the difference. Also, massive thanks to them for sponsoring this part of the video, and honestly, for just making our content look 10 times more expensive and polished. To get started with unlimited stock media downloads at one set price, head to storyblocks.com/superhumans.life or click the link in the description. Now, with this, your content does not just multiply, it looks and feels premium and allows you to charge more. This model works for creators, for consultants, for educators, anyone with an idea worth spreading, but also for those looking to create a content studio, because one source equals infinite outputs and a portfolio of clients who never want to touch editing again. In terms of what you can use, you can use Opus Clip, you can use Descript, clearly GPT, whichever LLM you prefer. And if you pair it with Storyblocks to add the polish that AI alone cannot provide, and then package your offer as a monthly repurposing service, or you can sell AI-enhanced content kits by niche, it's simple, scalable, and super in demand. Now, idea number 3 that I have for you is something that actually somebody in our community suggested to me, because that is something that she had been asked to do. And here I'm actually talking about AI spokesperson video creation for businesses. I know, sounds fancy, right? But this is what I mean. In 2010, businesses hired brand ambassadors. In 2015 or 2020, they turned to user-generated content, to video integrations, testimonials. But nowadays, they're creating AI spokespersons. Essentially, what that means is synthetic video hosts who deliver their message with clarity, with charisma, and zero scheduling conflicts. These are no longer glitchy. They don't sound clunky. They don't look robotic. They look very real. And they sound very real. And they let any business speak either to the employees or to customers 24/7 in multiple languages, in multiple tones, in multiple formats. Because, video creation used to require a crew. Now, AI avatar tools let you create talking head explainers or onboarding videos or training content in a matter of minutes. We have done that ourselves, but not only that, we've also seen SMBs and creators charging significantly for just a few seconds of content, with custom avatars scaling for monthly retainers. Businesses love this because it's scalable, it's multilingual, and it's consistent. And here is the opportunity for you. You do not offer a tool. You offer presence at scale. So you can think of a real estate agent who wants an always-on explainer for their listings. You can target a coach who wants a warm welcome video on every page of their funnel. Maybe a SaaS founder who wants onboarding tutorials for a personal touch without being on camera, I don't know how many hours. And you can create that because you can use tools like Synthesia or HeyGen or DID, and you can use ChatGPT or Claude to write the script. And if you want to give it a personal touch or cinematic B-roll, you can also go back to Storyblocks. And then you can deliver a finished branded video experience that feels premium and performs like a team of humans. This is personality as a service, I guess. Now, idea number 4, I think we're at. This is something that I think all entrepreneurs should consider. And here I'm talking about monetizing AI business validation and launch kits. Because here's the hard truth that most entrepreneurs never hear. It is not the idea that matters. Everybody can have ideas. It's the speed at which you validate it, the clarity of the value proposition, and the level at which you execute or launch it. Before building a product, most successful entrepreneurs validate. And nowadays you can do that with AI. Because AI tools analyze market trends, they build SWOT reports, they generate positioning, even suggest go-to-market angles. So let me explain how AI can really change the game. With the right prompts and workflows, you can now package full business validation kits for clients or even for yourself. Because AI, like Dime a Dozen or Venturous AI, can do the market research. And then it generates positioning statements, names, slogans, all the rest with Claude or ChatGPT. It can also help craft landing pages and first offers with tools like Hostinger or Manus. Maybe ways to test the idea, which is really, really important. And it even designs brand mockups with tools like Midjourney or Ideogram. And if you want to sell these as a service, then it'll write the outreach emails for you as well. You are so much more than selling branding. You are selling market clarity, but also almost like certainty, if you see what I mean. Now, this next one is massive. It's so big. Here is what most small businesses do not realize. They don't need another employee. They just need a better system. Here I'm talking about AI automation, which is a huge market, especially on the consulting front. It is estimated at 72.5 billion. And there are now top consultants that charge thousands and thousands of dollars for that consulting, because SMBs, agencies, professionals, they need help connecting tools, automating workflows, and scaling results fast. Otherwise, they cannot stay competitive. And as an AI integration and workflow consultant, you help them build that system using the tools that they already have and suggesting new ones. Think Zapier, Make, NA10, Airtable, Notion, Vapi, even basic Google Sheets or GPT. So essentially what happens is you walk in, you map their processes, and then show them what to automate. Maybe that's lead qualification, client onboarding, content repurposing, customer service, internal reporting. I mean, there's so many opportunities. And then you build the bridge between what they do manually and what AI can do on autopilot. I mean, you become their systems thinker, if you will. And while everyone else is stuck learning how to prompt better, you are getting paid to design automations that save companies hours and hours and hours a week. This role is exploding right now, especially with agencies, with solopreneurs, with legacy companies trying to modernize. And you can offer it as a one-time setup, or better, you can sell it as a monthly retainer for ongoing optimization. Because businesses don't just want help with AI tools, they want somebody who can turn tools into outcomes. If you've been around, you know what I'm talking about. Next idea that I have for you has to do with code. And here I'm talking about becoming or turning into an AI engineer, whether that's no code or low code or full on code. That's up to you and your level of comfort. But at the end of the day, not everyone needs to be a coder. If you can combine technical skills with business thinking, AI engineering is one of the most lucrative paths in 2025 and beyond. Because here's the shift. You don't need to work at OpenAI to be valuable. The demand isn't just for model builders. It is for problem solvers, people who can engineer AI-driven systems. And if you're thinking, okay, but what can I specialize in? Well, it could be platforms like NA10. You could specialize in building AI-powered dashboards with Python, or you could specialize in connecting LLMs with business logic using LangChain or Llama Index, or even working inside low-code tools like Replit, like Lovable, with just a little bit of technical knowledge to ship working apps fast. I mean, the with or without code part matters, because if you have development experience, you are clearly ahead. But if you don't, you have Replit, you have Lovable that let you engineer outcomes by thinking clearly and by prompting precisely. Now, how can you monetize this? Well, you can freelance, you can consult, you can partner with startups and build products, or you can use your skills to launch something of your own and license it 100 times. This is not about building an AI model. It is about building the next AI solution that somebody is willing to pay for. Right, let's move to the next one because we've got a whole lot more to cover. This is about becoming a freelance prompt coach for SMBs, because let's be honest though, most small businesses are not going to need AI engineers. They are going to need translators, like the new type of translators. Someone who can sit down with a marketing team or a sales rep or a busy founder and say, here is how to prompt ChatGPT to write your next landing page or create your content plan or automate your customer support. They do not want theory, they want prompts. I mean, you have no idea how many times people tell me that they get bad results from AI. But that's because of their prompting quality, garbage in, garbage out, of course. So as a prompt coach, your job is to turn their messy tasks into structured, repeatable prompt systems and tailor to their team, to their tools, to their voice. And I've seen people on Upwork charging from $30 to over $100 per hour. And businesses love this because it boosts their creativity, gets them results, and it's not that hard for you to become one. So if you're wondering, okay, but what can I do? Well, you can run one-to-one sessions. You can create prompt libraries for their business. You can host AI onboarding workshops. You can build custom GPTs with instructions specific to their workflows. I mean, you don't need to code for this one. You also don't need a huge following. You just need to know how to talk to humans, but also with AI. And you can bridge the gap between them. As I told you, I have seen coaches charging lots, several hundred, sometimes thousands, for a session on a prompt pack. The best part is that every single client becomes your case study, because when their productivity skyrockets, which it will, then you are the one who made it happen and they will vouch for you. Next one. This is basically taking things one step further and becoming or starting an AI consulting and training firm for business teams, because most companies know AI is important, but the problem is they don't know how to actually use it. Their teams are stuck Googling tools and writing weak prompts and wasting hours trying to figure it out. I mean, McKinsey said that 92% of companies plan to increase AI investment, but only 1% feel mature in implementation. I mean, that gap is your opportunity. And I know people who charge several hundred, also several thousand an hour. As an AI consultant and trainer, you basically walk in with clarity. You can audit their current processes, you can spot the bottlenecks, and you can show them exactly where AI can save time, cut costs, and unlock new revenue. But you do not stop at strategy. You can train their team, whether live or async, to actually use the tools. If it's a marketing team, then you can teach them content repurposing and ad generation and idea validation. Or if it's a sales team, you can help them automate outreach or write better follow-ups. Or if you're talking to an ops team, then you can walk them through workflows in, Zapier, Notion, Airtable. You do not need to be an AI genius. I've talked about lots of courses that you can take, by the way, to become a consultant. If I remember, we're going to link that up here as well. But at the end of the day, you just need to know more than them and to package your expertise into trainings, templates, or workshops. In terms of rates, I've seen 2,000 per training. I've seen 5,000 per training. You become the bridge between curiosity and capability. And companies will pay you because it'll help them make more money, save time, which adds value, believe me. Now, this is one that I personally love. And again, it's taking things even one further step forward. Most small businesses are drowning in manual work. They are juggling bookings and invoices and follow-ups and social media and lead capture, all with duct-taped tools and too little time. They don't need a full-time COO. Most of them can't even afford it. They do need automation though. This is where you can start and offer an AI automation agency, so you can offer AI automation implementation. So basically your job would be to sell results on autopilot. You would need to identify repetitive tasks, design simple workflows using tools like Zapier or NA10 or Make, whatever you feel comfortable with, and plug in AI to handle the thinking. If you're working, for example, with a therapist who wants to onboard new clients, then you build a self-serve booking and intake flow. Or maybe you know a real estate agent who wants lead nurture. Well, you can set up a CRM that talks to their inbox, scores leads, and triggers reminders. Or maybe you know a solopreneur who needs content repurposing. Then you can deploy an agent that turns their emails or their podcasts or their Zoom calls into carousels and post it for them. I mean, this is not theory. We have built automations like this in our agents, and even better, once you've built a solution that works for one niche, then you can sell it to 50 more customers. You see the point. The real business is not in building ones, it's in multiplying success. Now, this last one, I've also touched on in another video, but I think it's worth bringing back. And this one is about building micro-SaaS businesses. Here, it's important to acknowledge that you used to need $100,000, a team of, 5 or 6 people, and 6 months to launch a software business. But now, with tools like Replit, like Lovable, you can describe your SaaS idea in plain English or whatever language, and it builds the front end, the back end, the database, the authentication system, even the payment integration, which is pretty mind-blowing. And if you want to take it even further, you can stack agents on top of that. So let's think of a course creator who needs a client portal. Then you can build it and pair it with a chatbot that handles onboarding and check-ins and support. Or if we come back to the real estate agent who needs lead trackers, you can build a lead tracker and then attach an agent that sends follow-up messages and books viewings. I mean, you are building tiny digital systems that solve specific, painful, recurring problems and selling them as products. That is a full-on business. You do not need to trade hours. You sell outcomes powered by no-code, AI, and a little bit of entrepreneurial clarity. I mean, this is how we've helped clients go from idea to income. If you ever wanted to launch something scalable without the code, the capital, the chaos, this is it. And here's the truth. Most people will watch videos like this, feel super inspired, and then go back to scrolling. But the ones who win, they choose one idea and start executing, because AI isn't just about opportunity, it's about leverage. I cannot stress this enough. And if you pick just one of these income streams, learn the tools, and focus on outcomes instead of effort, you will be ahead of 99.9% of the world. There are no gatekeepers here. You just need execution speed and intelligence applied well. And if you want help turning this into your own business or turning your agency into a productized AI machine, we are building something, a new way to work. And it starts not just with this channel, but also with our free community. So subscribe, drop your favorite idea in the comments, share it with anyone in your circle of friends or family who you think needs to watch this, but also give the community a shot. We've got free AI challenges twice a month. We've got a lot of free AI resources that we're making available there, and a lot of fun and interactive conversations as well. So come join us. I'll see you on the other side. Till next time, I suggest you go ahead and watch this video over here, and I'll see you soon. Bye.